This is a Front King Family ZW production.
Toronto health officials will announce the first corona case in Canada. There are now nearly 2,000 cases confirmed worldwide. 56 million people in China are under quarantine. President Xi said that China faces a grave situation as the virus transmission is accelerating. Russia has put plans in motion to evacuate Russian nationals from China. Australia and Malaysia join the list of nations with the coronavirus. In addition to France, Pakistan, Singapore, the United States, Nepal, it's almost impossible to keep up. The U.S. and France have chartered planes to evacuate diplomats and nationals in containment zones. The director of the CDC says that she expects cases of human-to-human transmission in the U.S. Wuhan is building a second emergency hospital with 1,300 beds. 3 doctors in Beijing who visited Wuhan are confirmed to have the virus. Beijing has sent medics and other medically trained personnel to Wuhan and other cities to help the overwhelmed hospitals. More than likely, the situation on the ground is a military takeover of all hospitals in Wuhan. Beijing would never send in the army to help with logistics. So why wouldn't China want to tell the world that its military has temporarily taken over hospitals in the hot zone? Well, I'll let you figure that one out. As for Wuhan, it will soon be under complete lockdown. Beginning Sunday, private vehicles are banned from the streets. To enforce that kind of a ban, you'd need more than local law enforcement. All events have been canceled, travel into and out of the city was shut down several days ago, and the roads have been blocked with piles of sand and dirt, sealing off a city of 11 million people. At least some form of travel restriction is now in place in 18 other cities throughout China. Chris Martenson, who received his PhD in toxicology from the Department of Pathology at Duke University, recently announced that the coronavirus outbreak is much more serious than health officials in the US and in other countries have stated. He begins by stating that Beijing first became aware of the virus in mid-December 2019, but didn't inform the World Health Organization until December 31st. He lists the elements that make this new coronavirus so dangerous. First, because the virus is new, people have not developed antibodies. There's no natural immunity. That's why it's sweeping through the population at such an alarming rate. Second, the virus is said to be a cross-species jump. The DNA sequencing shows that it began as a virus in bats that crossed over into snakes and then made the jump to humans. Martenson explains that this cross-species jump makes the virus especially dangerous for humans for a pandemic. The third, the coronavirus is believed to have a transmissivity rate of between 1.5 and 2.4. The fourth, the coronavirus is lethal. According to Martenson, early data shows a little over 3% of people that contract the virus will succumb to it. If it takes hold in the US and is as transmissible as the 1919 Spanish flu, 16 million people in the United States will become critically ill, with another 2 to 3 million succumbing to it. The fifth is the latency window of this virus. It's between 9 to 14 days. This means when someone contracts this virus, they won't feel any symptoms. They won't feel sick from between 9 to 14 days after contracting it. During that time, they're infecting other people. Martenson says that the doctors know this, that the World Health Organization knows this, and so does the CDC, and all health specialists around the world are aware of the coronavirus latency period. The reasonable response, Martenson insists, should be no travel. But banning travel would have a negative impact on the global economy. This is why the World Health Organization and the CDC have not taken the necessary steps to keep the public safe. Instead, they're lying to the public when they state that the airport fever scanners are keeping the public safe. Martinson says that this measure is completely ineffective, and the health authorities know it, and they're lying to the public. Additionally, the virus can be transmitted through the eyes as well as the mouth and the nose. Eye protection is crucial. Because this coronavirus is non-enveloped, it can live up to 5 days on surfaces. Please prepare accordingly. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
This is a Broadcast Family ZW production.